Hey folks, Frank KG6 here, and this video is going to be a little long. I apologize for it, but it was some of the contacts I made during the California QSO Party, my setup, and a lot of fun. Stay tuned to the very end for a very fun contact from California to, can you guess where? Mention it in the comments if you make it to the end. Until next time, 73. Hey folks, Frank KG6 here, and today I forgot my microphone on my gimbal, so I apologize for the shakiness, but I'm out at the park doing a park activation, but not a POTA activation like I would normally do. Today we have the Flashfish battery power for laptop and phone charging. We have the laptop all set up and ready to go. We have the Yaesu FT710 all set up with a battery box hooked up to solar and 14 volts coming in right now, so we're doing good. Coax runs up this pole to the PAR InFED's 10 through 80 Junior, which runs across and down there. Now, yes, you may be telling yourself, hey, Frank, that InFED's way too close to the metal backstop for the baseball diamonds. You're right. But it also acts as a good reflector for me. I have had that and a good experience a few different times. So, big baseball backstop for a reflector on the InFED. Works for me. Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey QRP.
KG 6 November Lima Whiskey 5
QSL to 59. Can you go with the serial again? 609 QSL. Please copy 41 signal, and 25 Sonoma County, California, Charlie Alpha, QSL. 73. Alright, do you guys ever get to the point in a contest where the bands just die out, like they're nowhere to be found, and you hear just the same stations over and over again, you can't rework them? Well, that's what's happening with the California QSO Party today. I've worked every station I've heard and then spun the dial around again and again on all the bands I can work, and still nothing.
Calling CQ. LOCQ, calling CQ. This is Whiskey Alpha 6, Juliet Kilowatt November. WE6JKN, calling CQ and standing by.
Well, that is a fantastic signal. Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey QRP.
Okay, hang on a minute here. I was getting ready to power down the rig. Put down my pencil and everything. And then all of a sudden this big signal shows up with QRP. Beautiful. Beautiful sounding audio. Go ahead. I'm going to turn it back over to you. But first, let me give you the particulars. The name here is Kevin, Kilowatt Echo Victor India November. Kevin is the name. I'm located in Gilroy, California. I spell Golf India Love Romeo Oscar Yankee. Gilroy is about 75 miles south of San Francisco. And as you probably know, it's better known as the garlic capital of the world. Even though we don't have a festival anymore, maybe it will start up again in the future when things settle down. Back over to you, and let me get your call phonetically, if you would, please. WA6JKN.
No problem at all. The call sign here is Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey. Name is Frank, Foxtrot Romeo Alpha Nora Kilo, and I'm about 80 miles north of San Francisco, as far north in Sonoma County as one can go. So I'm very, very familiar with Gilroy and the Garlic Festival. Been there a couple times there, and running a Yaesu FT710 on battery power and only putting out about 15 watts of power.
Okay, sorry for the delay there. And I'm thinking I may have worked you once before. I called up your QRZ page and never heard the term railroader, rail fan. So is that like a roadie? You know, like in the old days, they had roadies. Anyway, yeah. Well, it's a pleasure meeting you. Your 15 watts is doing a fabulous job down here. I'm running an old plate modulated Globe King 500, and it's running about 314 watts of carrier, peaking up over 1,000 watts peak envelope power. Antenna current's a little over 2.5 amps into a 50 ohm load, thereabouts. And the copy is just beautiful. Thank you very much for returning my CQ. Tell me more about your train situation there, because my son-in-law, married to my youngest daughter, he's a big fan on trains and whatnot. As a matter of fact, he just got back from the Napa train wine tasting thing in February, and so he's actually all over the world riding trains. He loves the ones over there in Germany and the trains in Switzerland and stuff like that. But I think the big one that he loves is in Germany. I don't know the names of anything like that.
Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey, Frank in California, is that true?
QSL.
Roger. Well, I do copy you with the QRB station, so I don't know how much watts you are running over there, but you are definitely making the trip, Frank. Anyway, nice to work you for the first time today. My full call is Ocean November 7, Hotel Japan America. Name is John, or we pronounce it as Johan. QTH is the northeast part of Belgium. We are very close near the German and Netherlands border.
QSL, Johan. Good morning. Good evening to you. Good afternoon from California. You're rocking 5x7 into California, and I'm putting out no more than about 15 watts of power, 15 watts of power. QSL?
Roger. Yeah, I did copy the 15 watts. Well, that's amazing. Actually, I do copy it quite well. The frequency is very quiet on my end. And, it seems that the band is wide open, because otherwise I think you would not make it with only 50 watts from the west coast of the U.S. to Europe.
Roger. And I'm running an in-fed half wave. No more than about 10 feet off the ground, and I'm pumping out 15 watts into it. QSL?
Roger. Yeah, I did copy everything 100%, Frank. The 15 watts, it's amazing that you are coming in that nicely with only 15 watts. I'm running about a half a kW, about 500 watts right now from an AL80B Ameritron amplifier. Rank is from Yaesu ST2000 and optical antenna 60 feet high. So that's the story here. Frank, I'm not going to keep it too long. I heard several stations calling. Thanks for stopping by. It's my pleasure to view QRP for the first time today. Stay safe. Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey in Cloverdale, California, from Ocean 117 Hotel, Japan, America. Bye-bye.
Thank you for the contact, Johan 73, and good luck.
November 5, Charlie.